Okay, so we're gonna start standing. So let's come to the back of your mat. And we'll find feet underneath your pelvis and just notice where you feel your weight today. Any areas of tension in your body. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. Are you leaning into your toes? Are you leaning into your heels? Just see where that's at. And then try to bring awareness into big toe mound, pinky toe mound, your heel. And then find some lightness in your arch. As you press your feet down, can you grow a little bit longer and taller through the top of your head? With the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And feel how already, once you start to stand with good posture, there's awareness happening and energy in your abs. Let's take a nice big inhale up. And exhale it out. One more time, big inhale up. On your exhale, let's roll over to your toes and just take a soft forward fold. So maybe it's a lot of bend in the knee, maybe legs are straight. When I did yoga this morning at 7:30, my knees were very bent. Now I'm loosened up because it's 1 p.m. and my legs are loose. So wherever it's best for you, let your head hang heavy. You can run the knees out. Let go of any tension in the body. And then we'll begin to just gently walk the hands out to find your first plank. So walking all the way out to your plank position and just find it here for a moment. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears. Energize your belly button up into your spine. Lengthen out of your heels, grow longer through the crown of your head. Just take a moment here. Notice how you feel in this first plank. And we'll remember that when we're in our final plank with our story. Take a big inhale. And then on your exhale, let's roll your spine like a wave up with your sits bones reaching up to the sky for downward dog. Inhaling your downward dog, you can pedal the knees out here. Start to press the palms down, get longer through your back, lifting your sits bones high. And then press the heels back and wave your spine forward into your plank. So leaning back in your plank position, slide the shoulders over the ears, draw the abs up in it. Inhale, exhale, taking it back into your downward dog. Rounding your spine up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Roll forward into your plank. And then into your downward dog. 1 more time, into your plank. Meet back in your downward dog. Keep the sits bones reaching high to the sky. We'll straighten the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Stretching out your right side body. Pressing into your right hand a little bit more. Open up that right oblique. And then square the hips. We'll step the right foot through between the hands and reach your right hand up to the sky. Just make a gentle twist here. Finding a little bit of opening before we dive into the abs. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hand back down to the mat. Step your right leg back up to 3-legged dog. And then bring that leg down. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, stretching out your left side body. So letting the weight of your leg open you up. 1 more breath there. And then we'll take the leg back up to the sky, step it through the hands, and reach the left hand up to the sky. Take a stretch. So open a gentle twist here. Taking a breath. And then we'll bring that hand back down to the mat. Take the leg back up to the sky, back into your downward dog. And then roll yourself back forward to stay in your plank, holding there for a moment. We're gonna micro bend both knees and then straighten knees. Micro bend and straighten. Draw the low abs up and in. So start to energize your belly for 3, 2, and last one. Step the right foot into the knees under the hip. It's in a hover. Left knee steps in, you're in your hover. Shifting your weight a little bit forward, a little bit back. So in your little crouching tiger position. 1 more time, shifting forward and back. Step back out into your plank. Hold here for a moment. Draw those abs up and in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, both knees down. Press back, take a child's pose, and take a breath. Reaching the hands a little further forward, sitting your heels back, dropping your chest towards the mat so your knees could be open if that feels nice. Inhale and exhale, rolling up onto your hands and knees. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the pelvis, rounding your spine into your cat, stretching your spine up to the sky, using your abs to push your spine up, and then head up, tail up for your cow, shining your heart forward. And then into your cat. and into your cat. Settling back into your neutral spine, let the abs release and then magnetize your belly button up to your spine. Again, let the abs release and then magnetize your belly button up and down with no movement in the spine, just let your abs soften. Pull your abs up and hold as you extend your right arm and your left leg. So starting to wake up the core here, lengthen out of the fingers and the toes, and then bring the hand and the knee right back down. Left arm, right leg, lengthen. And bring it back to center. Let's do 3 more on your own breath. You reach arm and leg long by energizing your abs up and in. And going at a pace that feels comfortable for your body so you get the hold and then you bring it back to center. As your arm extends, you're sliding your shoulder away from your ear, even as you lengthen your fingertips out. And as your leg extends, your glute is fired to support the leg staying there. 1 more on your own, pulling the abs up and in, staying in your neutral. We'll now stay with right arm, left leg extended. Holding here, open the arm and leg away from the body and return to center. The arm and leg move away from the body, return to center. 1 more time. Just to challenge stability, and now round your spine, knee and elbow touch, and extend. Knee and the elbow touch, and extend. 1 more time. Extend and hold. Maybe you lift your right foot off the mat, balancing on the knee. If that's available for your body today. And then bring it back to center, hand and knee come down. Moving the left arm, right leg. Find your stability first, square your hips. Then moving the arm and leg away from the body and bringing it to center. Away and in. 1 more. We come to center, round your spine, the knee and the elbow connect. And extend. The knee and the elbow touch. And extend. 1 more time. Knee and the elbow connect. Extend and hold. And maybe you float your left foot up off the mat. Finding a moment of stability here. And then bring the hand and the knee right back down into your cat. And into your cow, shine that heart forward with the head, lift the tail. Return to neutral, roll your toes under, draw your abs in, and meet back in the hover. And just find your abs helping you to stay strong here. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears, lengthen through the crown of the head and through the sits bones. Pull your belly in deeper for 3, 2, last one, knees down. Turn the palms, turn your fingertips towards your knees. So your palms are down and you just reverse your hands and just take a little circle around. Just take a little stretch here before we go back in and then reverse it. And back to center, return the hands to start position, fingertips face forward, hands underneath the shoulders. Draw your abs in, we come back into our hover. This time, shift your weight slightly forward, rotate so the eye of the elbows facing the front of the mat. Micro bend your elbows backwards, straighten, bend, and straighten. Are your low abs magnetized to your spine for 4, 3, long neck. 2, squeeze the pelvic floor, last one, hold it up, knees down. Flip the back of the hand onto the mat and the fingertips also face your knees. So now the back of your hand is down, fingertips to your knees, and then shift your weight back slightly and take that stretch to the forearms. Feels good, right? Sorry, friends, I know. Shift your weight back forward and 1 more time back a little bit further. Wherever it feels, I mean, it's not gonna feel all right, but you know all right versus this is not cool for my body. And then back to start position, hands back down, fingertips to front. 1 more here. Roll the toes under, draw your abs up and some shoulders away from your ears, and we come into the hover. This time, right knee pulls into the chest, kick the right leg long. In and extend. The left knee is only a couple inches off the mat. 2. Last one, knee back in your hover. Stay in your hover, regroup. Left knee into the chest, kick it out, pull, in, extend for 2. Breathe, last one. Come back to your hover, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, knees down, press back, take a child's pose. And this time we'll roll ourselves up and all the way onto our bellies, meaning on your stomach and fold the forearms together to create your pillow for your forearms. Let's let the forehead just relax on the hands. Shake your pelvis out, loosening everything up. And then notice that you're pressing your hip bones and your pubic bone down to the mat And when you do that, you're gonna find a little more length in your lumbar spine. Magnetize your belly button up, off of the mat and into your spine. And then lift the right leg an inch up off the mat. And lower. And left. So simple movement that you guys know, but noticing how your abs can start to work, your glutes start to work, and you're not just going into your low back. Shoulders are relaxed. Try to keep the neck long. If you don't feel like it's long, maybe the arms need to go a little further to the front. Last one, single leg. And then this one is both legs. Draw the abs in and then lift both legs up off the mat and lower. Both legs lift and lower. Both legs lift and hold, and then draw circles, stirring it around. Drawing the abs up and around, up and around. Breathe. And then reverse. Shoulders are relaxed, so try not to have the tension in the upper body. Try to get those legs a little bit longer, and last one, lower the legs, shake the pelvis out. Keeping the forehead attached to the forearms, keeping your feet to the ground. And if you need to, you can always open your legs a little bit wider, depending on how it feels in your low back. You're gonna float just the upper body up off the mat. Grow longer through the crown of your head, so the shoulders away from your ears, and lower back down. Maybe this next one you can come up a little bit higher. And lower. So you stay coming up to the height that feels good for your body, but imagine you're supported and you're just getting floated up, but your pelvis is staying down. 2 more. And lower, 1 more time. And lower everything back down, shake everything out. Lengthen the arms out to the front. Press your palms down into the floor. And then by sliding your shoulder blades away from your ears, pull the floor towards you. So imagine that the floor can come towards you as you slide your shoulder blades away from your ears. So feel that energy in your lats, in your mid to lower traps. Keep that as you now float both arms and legs up off the mat. Drawing the abs up and in, and then start to swing. Little flutter kicks, swim it out. And breathe. Get a little bit longer for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, lowering everything to the mat, hands to the mat, press yourself back to a child's pose, and we'll take a breath in child's pose here. And then you're gonna walk your hands over to the right side, taking a little opening through your left side. So breathing into the space between the ribs on the left side, expanding your left lung. And then bring it back to center and to the other side. Creating more space between the ribs on the right side now, reaching your right hand a little further forward. And then bring it all the way back to center, bring your hand self all the way back up, and then onto your booty, grabbing a ring, a towel, a band, anything you have to bring a little energy. And if you don't have anything, it's totally fine, because all we need is some activation in the back body. So if you don't have anything, you have a ball, whatever, but you're just gonna hold the arms out. And then even if you have nothing, just push a little press. So the shoulder blades down, lift up out of your low abs, press your sits bones down into the mat, and get a little bit longer and taller. Perfect, Chanel, so you can push into the ball. Get longer and taller, pressing out, a little longer and taller. So you're either pressing out or you're pressing in, just something that's gonna give that energy from sliding the shoulder blades down, and then tuck your pelvis and roll halfway back, pulling your belly button into your spine, and then coming out to sit. Inhale, exhale. Press out into the band and sit tall. This time we're gonna hold it back. Holding here so the shoulders go from the ears. Go back a tiny little inch and little presses out. Little press. Squeezing the pelvic floor. Little presses out for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold, extend the arms up to the sky. And then dragging the arms back forward. Dragging the arms up to the sky and dragging them forward like you're moving them through molasses. One more time, lengthen them up to the sky, so the shoulders away from their ears, and little presses out, press out. Or in, whatever you got for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Roll over to the toes, take a quick little stretch. We're gonna do the legs in a minute, but first we're gonna sit up. So the shoulder blades down. Again, rolling back halfway. Sliding your tailbone underneath you, drawing your belly to your spine, wide through the collarbone, and rotate your ribs over to the right. So the arms are staying right in front of the shoulders. They're moving only because your rib cage is rotating and bringing it back to center. And then twisting to the other side. You twist, 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 and bring it back to center. Come back 1 little inch. Chanel, I kind of love seeing no one right there though. And then rotating over to the right. Twist, twist, twist. So your hands are right in front of your shoulders. Twist a little bit further, and rotate back to center. Twisting over to the side. Twist a little further, bring it back to center. Go back 1 tiny little inch, just the last one. Twist over to your right and float your left leg an inch up off the mat. Hold there, pull the left knee in towards your arms and extend, or just in towards your body. So it's coming in towards that elbow or to your belly, whatever you want to think, however you want to think about it. One more time, pulling in, extend, lower that leg down, back to center, twisting over to the left, a little further, and then you lift the right leg a little bit and draw it in and extend. In, extend. One more time like that. All the way back out, lower the leg, bring it back to center, all the way to the mat. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, roll up and over to your toes. This time we'll just catch onto the feet and take a stretch there. We'll connect the band onto the right foot or whatever you have. If you have a towel, you could use that to help in the stretch because we're just gonna start to open up through the back of the legs. Rolling all the way down, taking your right leg up. Or you could just use your hands behind your thigh if you don't have anything, but a towel would be a nice little help there. Relax the shoulders, relax the body down so we'll find a little more length. Maybe some bending and straightening of the knee. Holding it there, let's come up a little bit further. A little bit further. One more breath. Straightening through the back of the leg. And release that, hooking into your toes. And come into your calf stretch. So let's pull the toes towards your shin, heel to the sky. So your leg doesn't have to be up straight. It's wherever you're not in a calf, a hamstring stretch. So you can focus on your calf. And then begin to point and flex into the band. One more time. Holding the toes down, pushing the heel up. And then back to the center of the foot. And spiral the thigh open and out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Pushing out through your right heel, pushing your left hip into the mat so your hips stay even on the mat and you lengthen out through the inner thigh. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then we'll lengthen that leg up to the sky and let it come a little bit across the body, stretch to the side of the hip, anchoring your back pocket down. Pushing that right sits bone away from you. Soften the ribs into the body. And breathe here. And then we'll melt to a spinal twist. Take the band or whatever to the side. Let the knee fall across the body and looking to your right hand. So right shoulder stays on the mat as the leg falls over to the left. Any amount where the upper body stays down. And then extend that leg all the way back up. Straight, shake it out so the legs are long and loose. Then we'll grab your band again. And roll yourself up and over to your toes. Peeling vertebra by vertebra, up and over, diving over to catch onto your left foot. And you'll roll all the way down, taking your left leg up to the sky. So we can make that left leg as long as the right. pushing your left sits bone away as the leg eases into that stretch. And breathe. Maybe some bending and straightening of the leg. So take a couple more breaths here. Maybe you come back a little bit further as you push your left sits bone to the front. The leg comes straight back, tracking straight from the hip. And we'll release the hamstring stretch. Let's bring it to your toes for your calf stretch. Toes will pull down, heel pushes up. And heel point flex. And then hold the toes down, heel up. More breath into your calf. And then back to the center of the foot. Spiral the leg open and out to the side to open through your inner thigh, gently coming into it, but actively stretching. Not just letting the leg fall open and just spacing out, but really thinking about expanding and lengthening. It's easy to kind of zone out because it seems like stretching should be at the end of class, but I really think that as we get more opening in the legs, it's easier to get into your abs because then you're not so tight. So after we get a little bit of warmth, I like to get a little opening going before we do a lot of tightening. And then we'll send that leg back up to the sky and let your leg come a little bit across the body, stretch the side of the hip. Keep pushing your back pocket down. Shoulders relax. Can you push your left sits bone to the front a little bit further? Let's take 2 more breaths into the hip inside of the leg. And then we'll take it to a spinal twist, letting the leg fall across the body and looking in the opposite direction. So you're looking towards your left hand as you take that stretch. And then we'll extend the leg all the way back up to straight. Shake it out. The legs are long and loose. Bend the knees. Let's come into our neutral pelvis, allowing your hip bones to align with your pubic bone. Check in. How's your lumbar curve today? You have just a little bit. Back bottom ribs soften down into the mat. Front ribs soften into the body. Arms relaxed by the sides. Collarbone is wide. Neck is long. Jaw soft. You're sinking your belly to your spine after you squeeze those pelvic floor muscles. So there's already tension in the abs, and then you bring your right leg into table, bring the left leg up to meet it. So knees are hovering over the hips, ankles are in line with the knees. Small movement to start, tiny little push of the knees out and tiny pull of the knees in. So we're just gonna take a few here, which seems like it's very simple, but if you can really squeeze the pelvic floor and try to move your legs from the low belly, there's a lot happening in there. One more time. And then keep the knees over the hips. Squeeze pelvic floor, pull the abs in as you drop your right toes to the front edge of the mat and drag it back up. Left leg taps forward and lift. Using your breath, shoulders are relaxing. So if you notice a lot of tension in your upper body, your legs are probably going too far and the abs aren't doing quite enough that they should be doing. So maybe you adjust your range of motion based on what's happening in the rest of your body. So do a little scan of your body, notice where the tension is. If it's all in your abs, take that leg a little further. But I notice for myself when I'm not paying attention, the shoulders are doing way more work than they should be doing. 2 more like that. So regrouping to get into the transverse abdominis. And then let's start to go a little faster. We go switch and switch and switch. Can you zip your abs a little bit tighter? Breathe for 5, 4. The neck is relaxed, the jaw is soft. Last one, bringing it back to center, give the knees a little hug. And then knees back to tabletop as you reach your hands to the sky. Inhale, exhale, press your hands towards your hips. So we wake up the upper abs and then reach a little further forward and lower back down. Inhale, exhale. You're holding the line between your chin and your chest. You lift up, come a little bit further forward and back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, so reach, lift, come a little further forward, and back down. 1 more time. You're gonna stay on the up here, reach a little further forward, squeeze the knees together, and let both legs come halfway forward from your low belly, float the legs back up. The legs dip out halfway and lift. If this is tension on your neck, put your head on the mat, or bring your hands behind your head if that gives you a little bit of support. Where do you feel like it's best for your body? Where are your abs most challenged? Hold the legs forward halfway, and then little reach of the arms forward. A little reach, 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 reach. For 5, not from your chin, but from your upper abs. Last one, pull the knees back up. Hug it all the way in and relax. Let your head rock side to side. Keeping the head down on the mat, legs back to tabletop, hands up to the sky. Give the back of your skull a little press into the mat, just to feel that your whole back muscles are working. Extend the right arm backwards, left leg forward. Left hand didn't move. Return to center. Left arm back, right leg forward, right hand supports the sky above you. And keep going, opposite arm, opposite leg. So we're starting with the head down, but with the head down, we're giving a little press into the mat. So the whole back body feels like it's helping to support you from that side, and then zipping your abs deeper to pull them towards your spine. Never pushing your abs up, always sinking down. 1 more with the head down. Using your breath. And then return to center, float the head, neck, and shoulders up if that feels good. If it doesn't, stay with the head down. We're gonna do 5 more. Same thing, opposite arm, opposite leg. But if it feels better with your head down, then keep it down. Lifting up out of your pelvic floor, we got 2 more. The leg is tracking straight out from the hip. It's not wobbling in and out, it's long. And bring it back to center. Return all the way down. I think I maybe skipped one, so hopefully you evened yourself out. Take the knees, stir them in the hip sockets, let go of any tension that's maybe creeping into the hip flexors, and then reverse it. And return to center, bring your legs to the table, hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale to press your hands towards your hips, to lift your head, to shoot your legs long away from you with energy. Draw the knees back in, head down. So our hundreds prep, inhale, exhale, and back down. Next one stays up for the hundreds. Inhale, exhale. Reach your arms, reach your legs, and start to pump the arms to the hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So legs can be up towards the ceiling. They could be in tabletop. They could even be on the mat. And you do the same thing here, and maybe you'll be deeper into your abs. Or maybe the legs are out lower towards the mat. Where are you feeling your abs strongest? Inhale, big, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, big. Inhale, energize the legs, press the inner thighs towards each other. 2 more sets. Go inhale. Reach the fingertips towards the front edge of the mat. Left side. Inhale, big. Holding there. Take the legs back up to the sky, and then hug the knees in and relax. The head rocks side to side. Hopefully the abs are all set. They're ready and strong to keep you supported. And then we'll bring the legs back to tabletop and then extend them long up to the sky. Point the toes and then turn the legs apart. So the heels right now are together and the thighs are spiraled open, but we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee, cross the left ankle over, not over the knee, that was completely wrong. You're just squishing the thighs. So ankle over ankle, ankle over ankle, and then open the legs as wide as the mat. Close the legs back up with the left ankle on top. Then the right ankle on top, left ankle on top, open as wide as the mat. And we're gonna take it a little faster. We're gonna go cross, 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 open, cross, 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 open. So we're working legs in our thighs, but the abs are working to support you so your pelvis isn't wobbling all over. If you feel like you want more challenge, taking your hands up over your shoulders, so now there isn't any real support. Can you pull your abs in a little bit deeper? 1, switch, switch, open, switch, 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 open. 1 more. And bring it all the way back to center. You're gonna lift the head, neck, and shoulders, bring your hands towards your hips. Keep your heels together, bend the knees, and then push the legs straight back up to the sky. Bend the knees, keep the heels together, and push the legs straight back up to the sky. Bend, press up, squeeze. Now we're gonna take the bend and then push out to 45 degrees. Press up, squeeze, pull in. Press up, squeeze, pull in. Squeeze. Take it into a circle, press out, squeeze, lower the legs a little bit, keeping the heels connected, and then circle it back in. So frog leg circles, you press out, drawing in. Pressing out, squeeze in. One more in this direction. Is your pelvis staying still? Reverse it. It goes down, up, circling in. And one more. You're gonna bring the legs all the way back in, hug it all the way in, relax. Rock your body side to side. Let's bring the feet down to the mat. Hip width apart. Heels are just a little bit past the knees. And bring your arms down by your sides, widen your collarbone. Tuck your pelvis, make sure there's nothing underneath your neck here. And roll your hips up to the sky, vertebra by vertebra, lifting your hips up as you push your knees forward and push your hips all the way up to the ceiling. Wrap the ribs, nice long neck, widen the collarbone, hug the knees slightly together, continue to press your big toe mound out and your pinky toe, sequentially rolling your spine back down to the mat. So you get some opening through the vertebra. As your sacrum comes down, you again tuck your pelvis to roll your hips all the way up. Pushing the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, hug the thighs slightly, and then sequentially rolling it down. So the legs are always staying hip width apart, but if you think about that little micro squeeze in, it's gonna energize the inner thighs and help from your legs splaying out. And the next one will stay to the sky. Lifting all the way up, push a little higher, squeeze the glutes. Draw the abs in, your glutes are firing up a little bit more, and then you push your knees a little further forward, tap your bum down, press up, squeeze. Tap down, up, and squeeze. This also can be done with the arms up to the sky. So if you want to take away stability, or if you feel like you're great with your arms on the floor, keep them on the floor. And then hold the hips to the sky and tiny presses up. The knees are lengthening forward, the hips are opening, so the front body is opening, that back body is really energizing. Hold, lift the heels, press the big toe mound down, pinky toe down, tap your butt, press up, squeeze. Tap down, up and squeeze. You're still wrapping your ribs together, you're keeping your collarbone wide. Hold this one up and tiny pulses up, press up. Draw the belly in a little bit deeper for 5. Hold it up. Can you just march the right leg into tabletop and place it back down? Minimal movement in the body. Left leg table. So you've got to activate all your muscles before you even add the movement. Down. 2 more like that each side. Lift and lower. Is your pelvis staying as still as it possibly can? 1 more each way. So this isn't a race. This is so much control. Last one. Place the foot down, now drop the heels. Walk the feet as wide as the mat. Keep the heels down as you lift your toes and push your hips a little bit higher up. Really feel the bum squeeze, reach your sits bones towards your calves. Now lower your hips, press up, squeeze. So you're gonna try to keep that tension all the way. Can you keep your booty firmed up and then just make it tighter at the top? Squeeze. So it's not like you wanna just completely let it go. As you drop, you want to keep that activation going. And then we'll hold it all the way up. Tap the knees in, open. Tap them in, open. The knees squeeze and open. Squeeze in and out. Collarbone is wide. And then keep the knees open and pulse your hips high, high, high. Can they go higher? Collarbone wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop the feet, walk the feet back to hip width apart, bring your hands down to the mat, bring your right leg into tabletop. Kick the right leg straight out, pull it in. It goes straight out and in, straight out and in, straight out. Hold, kick to the sky, flex and pull it down. Kick to the sky, flex and pull it down. Kick up, flex and pull. Kick up, hold, and taps to the sky. Press up, up. up. So your left foot could be all the way down, or you could lift your toes. Where are you feeling it the most? Maybe do the opposite of what you normally do. Maybe you'll feel a little different muscle working for 5. Last one, hold it up, place that foot down. Recommit to the hips staying up. So square yourself off, collarbone is wide, left leg to table. Kick the leg straight out, pull it in. Straight out and in. Lengthen out, kick it out and hold. Kick to the sky, flex and pull it down. Kick it to the sky. So your leg is moving with purpose. It's not a noodle. The next one stays up to the sky. We start to pulse up, up. And decide whatever you did on your other leg with the foot, you do it here. Is it flat? Is it the toes lifted? Little lifts, press up, up, up for 5. Last one, place that foot on the mat and stay. Keep the hips high, press them up a little bit higher. A little bit higher, set the shoulders away from the ears, and then sequentially start to roll your spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down into the mat. Once you get to your tailbone, we take the hands to the sky and roll yourself up onto your sit bones, glute heels, turn the toes apart, fingertips touch to the ankles, tuck your pelvis, roll to your shoulder blades, come back up. Roll to your shoulder blades, we're rolling like a ball, keeping your heels close to your bum. Roll and come up and balance. 2 more like that. Are you drawing your abs in? Are you keeping your chin tucked? Next one stays up to the sky, hold, legs to table, hands together. Tap the pinkies over to the floor on the right, come up and over, they're gonna go onto the floor on the left. They come up and over and they twist over to the right about shoulder level, back to center, twist over to the left shoulder level, go over to the right and up to the ceiling, and back to center, over to the left, up to the ceiling, back to center. We're gonna go back up to the ceiling to the right because we're reversing this. Back up to the ceiling to the left, back to center. We're gonna go shoulder level twist. You also can bring your feet to the floor, shoulder level to the left. This time to the floor, twist and center. Twist, center, hold. Extend your left leg long, roll yourself down to your shoulder blades touch the mat, single leg stretch. We go switch and switch. You can make a little buffer for your hands that push into the hands with the knee. Press. Or you could just guide it in however you want. Breathe for 3. Abs in. 2. How's everybody feeling? We're good. Last 1. Bringing it back to center and relax everything down. Head rock side to side. Quick stretcher. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Take a quick little stretch of the hip right there. Let your tailbone be heavy. 2 breaths. And then switch sides. And then we'll bring the leg back to tabletop. Reach your hands up to the sky. Inhale. On your exhale, fold the head, neck, and shoulders up, reaching just past your knees. Extend the arms and legs long and high diagonal. And circle, bring it to center. Inhale, the arms and legs lengthen. Exhale, circle, bring it to center. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, circle, draw back in. Is your pelvis staying in neutral? Are your shoulder blades staying lifted off the mat for 3? Breathe. 2. Last one. As you bring it in, roll up onto your sit bones. Hold. Hands back together. Same thing we did before. Tap the floor over to the right, twist up and over to the left. Shoulder level, we twist. We twist. We go up to the sky and twist. Back up to the sky again, twist. And twist. Back to shoulder level, twist. Rotating the rib cage to the floor, bring it back to center. Turn the left leg out, grab behind the right side, kick it up to the sky, roll down to your shoulder blades touch, single leg stretch. We go switch. Or single straight leg stretch, sorry. Pulse, pulse as the leg is up, pulse, pulse. As the legs brush past each other, you have your exhale. When the leg is up, it's a little, the legs switch at 45 degrees. 2 more like that, and then we have our next challenge. Last one, each way. We go back to holding it at the right, and then walk your hands up the back of the leg. Hold for a moment. Send the shoulder blades down, catch your breath. Walk all the way back down the leg. Walk all the way up the leg. Walk all the way down the leg. This next one, we walk all the way up and we hold it. We're gonna take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. The left leg is hovering or it's on the floor, your choice. Right hand, twist back. Look to your fingertips as you twist all the way back to center. Again, with that rotation in the spine. One more time. Rotation in the spine. Bring it back to center. Walk. Oh, actually, lift your other leg up. Sorry. We're gonna walk down the left leg. I didn't say that fast enough. Walk all the way back up. All the way down. Strong abs, not just your hands pulling you up. The next time you go up, we stay there. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting hot. Right hand to the outside of the leg. Twisting, look to the left fingertips and bring it back to center. That rotation in the spine. Remember, the right leg is hovering or it's on the floor, your choice. All the way back to center and then pull the right leg up. I just have a moment here. We're good? Okay. Yeah, I know, right? And then we open the legs as wide as the pelvis, roll to your shoulder blades, and come back up and balance on your sits bones. Draw the abs in, roll to your shoulder blades, come up and balance on your sits bones. One more time, friends. Roll, come up, balance, hold, legs connect, hands behind the head, gently roll your spine down to your shoulder blades touch. Control. Vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, stay there, take the legs up to the sky, move the heels or keep them parallel. Pelvis in neutral, extend the legs out to your point of control. Squeeze in our thighs as you lift right back up. Pelvis is staying very still, lengthen and lift. So you can balance your cup of water on your low abs, lengthen and lift. You have the option for tabletop, 2, and lift. Last one, and lift, and hug it and relax. Yeah, take a breath, rock into the mat. You guys are killing it. Your head rocks side to side. And then bring your feet down to the mat. Regroup into your neutral. Shake anything out so we can tighten everything back up. Legs to table. Hands behind the head, elbows are wide to the sides. Keep the wide open collarbone as you float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the left leg long, twist to bring the left shoulder towards the right knee, rotate back to center. And twist and center. Twist and center. So bottom rib to opposite hip. Exhale. Elbows are wide. Twist. Twist. Let's do 3. Breathe. And 2. Maybe that same side shoulder blade starts to lift up off the mat as well. Last one, each way. We're going to keep the hands behind the head. Just place the feet on the mat. Oh my gosh, we're going to roll up onto our sits bones. 1, 2, 3. And we're all the way up. It's not so fun with the hands behind the head, right? But let's grab our weights so we can add some arms in now. Can you guys hear the dog barking? I hope not, because it's like constant. I don't know if I've told you guys about the dog on my roof. Let's tell you while we do our arms. Sit up tall, roll the shoulder blades down. Lengthen the arms forward as you roll back halfway. Tucking your pelvis underneath you, draw the low abs in. Lengthen your arms a little further forward, micro circles here. Tiny little circles. The weights just hang heavy in your hands. I told you guys about the Doberman that lives on the roof. Maybe not. And reverse. I guess that's our protection here. But its chain is maybe like 3 feet long, maybe. Hold it, turn the palms, and then open. Turn them all the way down, sorry. And open. Turn them all the way down. Open bicep curls. Go back a little bit further. So even if you got on the roof, the dog is so close to the wall it can barely leave. And it never comes off the roof. It's the saddest thing. If we were in New York, whoever's listening on the recording afterwards, someone come and rescue the dog. This would be like animal police. Hold the legs out, turn the palms towards each other, bend the right elbow, and bend the left elbow. So the arms are right out in line with the shoulders unless your weights are a little too heavy. And last one, turn the palms down, roll yourself down to the mat, take a long stretch here, maybe let the weights go all the way to the floor, just take a little opening there, and then take the hands back up to the sky. And we're gonna roll up to your halfway point, turn the palms together, lift your elbows slightly higher than your wrists. Hinge the arms open and hug around your big balloon. So think hinging open from the shoulder, from your back, not just opening and closing the elbows. Holding it on the open and turn the palms to the back so your pinky faces the sky. Lengthen out the arms and tiny lifts. Lift. Draw the abs in, lifting up out of your pelvic floor to help stabilize for 3, 2, last one. Sit up tall, dive your arms backwards and shift your weight forward. So the arms are long behind you, palms face in, roll your shoulders open, and then press the weights together. Press, press, press. Little press in. Maybe the arms can start to go a little bit higher. And maybe a little bit higher. And then hold in there and pulse up to the sky, pulse up. And then just flip the palms to the sky, lift them higher, little bend of the elbow and straighten, bend straighten. Keep your neck long for 5, 3, 2, and last one. Sit up tall, elbows tuck into your sides like a wing. We just lift open and close, lift and down. We lift and lower, lift, hold, roll back halfway, and just reach the right arm forward and pull back. Reach left and back. And then we're gonna add a twist. Since we've been twisting a lot today, we're gonna twist over and center, twist. So as you reach, you twist, rotating the rib cage, twist. Keep your legs still, pelvis still. We'll do one more each way. Reach and reach back to center. Reach both arms forward, dive forward, place your weights on the floor. Take a little stretch forward. Sit up tall. Let's lay on your left side. Starting in a clamshell. Actually, let's start propped up on the bottom forearm before we even lay all the way down. Heels are in line with your tailbone. Top hand to your hip, widen your collarbone. And then just open and close. So you're here because I want you to have a little more awareness in that bottom oblique. Pull your rib in. Squeeze. If you want, you could get crazy and lift your hips up and go here. But sometimes there's too much going on and it's gonna take away from the booty. Just for 3, breathe. 2, and last one, all the way down. Now lay all the way down, either head out on your arm or propped up, your choice. Bring your knees forward to 45 degrees, flex to the feet. Sweep that top leg open and closed. Squeeze open and closed. So now I'm just adding a lot of pieces together. A lot is working, but then you're not really getting the focus of the main area. So your choice, if you want to take a challenge, you take it. But if you feel like you're not getting the main point, then just stay with the main point. Holding it at center, extend the top leg out and bend it in. Extend and in. Breathe. 2. This one just extends and holds. It goes up to the sky and down. Squeeze up to the sky and down. We lift and lower and lift. Keep it up to the sky, hold, point the toes, draw circles to the ceiling. Spiraling that hip open. The thigh open, not the hip. The thigh is open. And reverse. For 3, 2, and last one. We're gonna bend the knee and bring it all the way back down. Send both legs out, slide your bottom forearm back underneath you. Top arm up to the sky, lift the hips up into your plank here, and then that top arm dives underneath your torso and lift. Dive under the torso and lift. 3 more. Thread the needle, twist, and lift. 2, and last one, bringing it all the way up. Lift hips a little bit higher, lower down, and then just swivel your body to the other side. So starting on the forearm in your clamshell, stack the hips, and we'll just start to open, squeeze. Get that hold at the top, squeeze. Slide the shoulder blade away from the ear. And then if you took it on the other side, we'll lift the hips. Lift and lift. Get the squeeze on the top so you really energize that bottom oblique. For 4, breathe long neck. 2, and last 1, lower it down, bring your hips down, all the way down to the mat. Knees to 45 degrees. Flex the feet, push the top hip away. Sweep the top leg open like a door, and it comes almost a touch, lift, almost a touch. So you're still pulling your abs in, lift, squeeze. And then we'll hold it back at that halfway point, extend the top leg out, and rebend it in. So it's in that hover, lengthen, and then it stays at that hip level. Keep pushing your booty back. This one, keep it forward. It goes up to the sky, and it controls back down to hip level hover. Lengthen, and back down. We lift, squeeze. The next one will stay to the sky. Hold it up, point the toes so you spiral the hip open, and circles. And then reverse. And breathe. And last one, we'll bend that knee, bring it all the way back down, send both legs out to straight, send your top arm, or your bottom arm underneath you. So you're lining your forearm up underneath your shoulder, stacking the feet, top hand up to the sky, lift your hips up to the sky. So find your plank first, long neck, and then dive your arm under and lift. Twist, watch the fingertips as they go under the body. 2, and last 1, and bring it all the way up and hold, and lower your hips all the way down, bringing yourself all the way up. So we're gonna now set up for our plank. We didn't just dive right into it. So with your plank this time, I want you to do the opposite of what you normally do. If you're always on your forearms, unless you have wrist issues on your forearms. But if you're always doing it one way, let's take it the other way. And then wherever you're at, if you're on your forearms, so let's get those elbows underneath your shoulders. If you're on your hands underneath the shoulders, and just think full body energy as you're in the plank, not just the shoulders gripping. I know you guys know it's all about your abs, but that's really the key to staying strong in your plank. And I think Neil's story is the key to staying strong in the plank, but so I'm doing it on my own, it's not quite as easy. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears. I'm usually up on my hands, I'm going forearms. Send the legs out to your plank. Hips are in line with the shoulders, draw the abs in, and Neil, you're on.
For months, Barack and I danced around the idea of marriage. For me, children and family were always a given, dating back to the attention I'd lavished on my dolls. My idea of marriage was a merger, a reconfiguring of 2 lives into one with the well-being of the family taking precedence. My parents locked in early. In 30 years, they'd hardly spent a night apart. Every decision was a joint decision, every endeavor a partnership. Barack, meanwhile, experienced marriage as ephemeral. His mother married twice, divorced twice, and in each instance moved on with a career and young children. He saw marriage as an alignment that didn't preclude independent pursuits. I didn't want a life like my parents, doing the same job, living in the same house for 30 years, but neither did I believe that the pursuit of one's dreams should come at the expense of the family. 3, 2, 1.
Downward dog. And lift those hip bones high to the sky, and we'll run the knees up here. Let's take a real big bend in the knee for the moment, and then really press your booty up to the sky, lengthening through your back, and then try to press those heels back. Take a breath. When your legs like that or bend, you're gonna start to take a slow walk to your hands. See if your abs can help you get the legs all the way up to the hands, bending your knees whenever you need to, and then hang out in your forward fold. And take a breath there, letting everything go. You can shake it out, whatever movement your body needs. Swaying side to side. And meeting back at center, we'll soften the knees. Let's see that the feet are hip width apart, grounding down into the mat. And then we're gonna start to engage the abs, press the floor away from you as you start to roll your spine up. Vertebra by vertebra. The head is the last thing that lifts. Forward the shoulders away from the ears, sitting up longer, taller, and stronger than before class. So again, nice big inhale up. And exhale. Another big inhale up. And exhale. And nice work, Pilates Hotties. So happy to have you in class. And the days are getting longer because the call to prayer is right now at 2. So it's like 10 minutes after it's been. So I'm like, oh, here we go. We're getting longer in our days.